individuals qualifying from that race there. Looks like we have 4 altogether. There's Santiago of Rosary, Giddings of San Marino, Urtel of Crayon Lutheran, Viviani of Immaculate Heart. Those 4 girls, the top 5 there, moving on as individuals for next week.
Boys Division 4, 3 heats here also. That race has just begun, the first heat, race number 20 of the day. Right out front very quickly there, Omar Heredia of Fillmore. He's taking that pace out pretty quick there. They're in the first of the Valley Loops. 3 heats in this division, so just like on the girls' side, Division 4, we'll take the top 5 teams by score. And after the 3 races are over, the 6th place team with the fastest team time, they'll move on to join those other 15 next Saturday's championship. Individuals, if they place in the top 8 in their heat in this set of races here in Boys Division 4, and their team does not qualify, they'll get to move on. And we'll be looking at the team time there. Looks like Foothill Tech is going to be the 6th place team in our girls Division 4 third heat. Get that team time, that'll determine whether the Foothill Tech and it does look like indeed Foothill Tech at 1:47.40 will get that 6th team time spot and move on and join the 15 automatic qualifiers. And back to our boys race, they're now finishing the first 800 meters and already again, Fillmore out very quickly here. Should be out saying race champion. They always get 20 points in there. We just saw their girls qualify easily. They're out well here in this first heat. St. Francis also, third in the Mission League. Keep that in mind on that girls 30, though it does look like Foothill Tech has moved into the 5th automatic spot and Crayon Lutheran into that 6th, but their team time, 1:49.23, is still the fastest up to 3 heats. So it looks like Crayon Lutheran and Foothill Tech both earning their spots on to next Saturday's championship. Once again, we're qualified today for next Saturday's Southern Section 4 Cross Country Championship. We'll be crowned champions in all 5 divisions. 5 boys and 5 girls, and qualify teams for the California State meet. So next Saturday here at Mount Sac, and 2 Saturdays Thanksgiving weekend up at Clovis at Woodward Park for the California State Championship. And then if you'd like, you can come back as an individual, run the Foot Locker Western Regional right here at Mount Sac. Those of you who missed Poop Out today, you can come back and run the full 5,000-meter course, including Poop Out. You just go to Foot Locker CC and register. There's some signs all around, the black signs, the QR code. You can download that and register. Right now there's about 1,700 athletes registered for that race. The first 2,500 who do register with Hoka get a free Hoka backpack. So if you want to do that, you want to register as soon as possible. And as we get ready, our leaders now coming up to the first mile. This has been a very impressive start for Heredia Fillmore, taking the pace out quickly in our first boys heat of the morning. And Heredia does indeed go by the first mile at 5:02. Luke Bremer, same close from Cream Lutheran, just 4 seconds back at 5:06. Then about a 6-second gap to Xavier Garcia. Cathedral, he's leading the whole group there. Augie Martin, St. Francis, and then the J. Sarah boys, all 7 of their boys in the top 13. So just like with their girls running as a pack today. And now the boys starting to make their way up the switchbacks. 4 of those hairpin turns leading to that long last stretch of about 120 meters. About 450 meters from that mile mark all the way to the top. When they get to the top of the switchbacks, they'll make that downhill run about a half mile to the crossover, halfway point into our race. And boys in the E21, your race scheduled to begin here in just a couple minutes. Coaches like to remind you as you do arrive today, we need to have your athletes at the clerk of the course 15 minutes prior to the start of your race. That means race ready. That's tops on, uniform tops, uniform bottoms, sweats off, and of course the correct bib for each kid. And coaches, only 7 runners today, even though you were allowed to bring your alternates, only 7 race today. And if you indeed did qualify as a team, then you need to race all 5 at least to run today. And Omar Heredia still pushing that pace. Now they're making their way on the downhill. Fastest boys time of the weekend so far. Ian Turk, the defending state champ in Division 5, ran 15:20 yesterday. And Heredia has indeed made that U-turn. And he's given chase to our lead vehicle there. I thank HD Runners. You can see that bike put that amazing camera that gives us that great still, very fine video. Kirk's official time 15:26.4 yesterday. And Heredia still in control. However, a large group now. All those J. Sarah boys running together in the black there as a group. But Heredia will make the turn at the crossover at 8:34. 8:34 leading that group. He's got about a 5-second lead over a large group here. Now getting ready to head up the south. So they're at the halfway point. Looking at the team scores in there, again, 5 teams automatic qualifiers. So now everybody's gone through the mile. At the mile mark, the team scores were J. Sarah 29, St. Francis 72, Chaminade 96, Harvard Westlake 121, San Marino 154. That would be the automatic 5. Then Crean Lutheran at 176, Bishop Mon at 188. Now that was just at 1 mile. Next race just about ready to start would be Boys Division 4, the Heat 2, race number 21. And that is a reminder, the boys go a little bit quicker between races. I'd like to remind you that we will have 2 races going on, of course, at the same time. So you may be watching your son or daughter coming down the trail on one side and want to get across. Of course, Marshall asked you to hold. They're asking you to hold because there may be a race coming the other direction. And we certainly don't want to impede the progress of any of our athletes. So please mind the course marshals, if you will. And our race certainly tightening up here. Our pack has moved up. Heredia Wright leading that group here, coming to the 2-mile mark. And that big pack now, we've consumed everybody together here. They have taken over. They come by the 2-mile at 10:45. Jay Sarah and St. Francis boys there, the top 9 from those 2 schools. Jay Sarah with 6 of its scores in the top 9. Newman, Array, Carlson up front, then Martin, Gonzalez, and Guzman of St. Francis, and O'Leary, Friedel, and Burnett of Jay Sarah. Maldonado of Aquinas, that makes up the top 10. They all went to a 10:46. And now the boys start to make their way up Reservoir. Newman and Carlson flanking both on the sides of Augie Martin now. National League champions starting to move up.
Oh, yeah, no, I have one, sorry. Yeah. Oh, if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're good.
How about one more? Really? How about one more? Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
There they are.
Do you need one more?
No, we're
Thank you.
And they head over the top of Reservoir. So our pack breaking up a little bit, but pretty much everybody still hanging tough there. Again, 5 teams automatic qualifiers, individuals in the top 8.
So right now my son's top 10 right now.
Awesome.
And Heat 2 has begun. Heat 2 is on the Lower Valley Loop. 3 heats in this division, boys division 4. And Newman pushing that pace a little bit down the saddle here. Newman, Martin, and Array.
Yeah! Go Lions!
And once again, Jay Sarah and St. Francis dominating this heat. The first 9 runners from those 2 schools, and they come on to the airstrip right at 13:30. So it is a reasonably good pace here. And the St. Francis boys have moved into spots 3, 4, and 5. So Jay Sarah 1, 2, St. Francis 3, 4, 5, Jay Sarah 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did he crash again? No.
Oh gosh, you better not. But he's having a good time. Can they go that way?
Yeah, they
Which school's for there? Yeah,
Jay Sarah.
Yes, Sarah? Yeah,
And briefly looking at Heat 2, Douglas and Pro Del Mar taking that pace out pretty quick there on the second loop of the valley. And our boys are starting to get ready to enter the stadium here in the first heat. And here come the leaders, as they have been. Newman, Array, and Martin. And as you can see now, in the all-black tops and bottoms, that is all 6 there. 5 runners there from Jay Sarah on the track, the 3 from St. Francis in the gold and black. So their two teams are going to make it, and they're going to take over those spots. Individuals have to make it in the top 8. The difficult heat. And here come our leaders. Running well, but certainly under control. Finish there. Up there also. So running well, Sunset League champion now makes the crossover with quite a lead. And here comes the second pack. So Douglas already on the saddle, and the second place group of runners just coming through the crossover. And Corona Del Mar looking very good as a team there at the halfway point. Just looking at the team scores in the second heat at the mile. Corona Del Mar was out low at 31. Notre Dame 59, locking out a 68, Banning 112, Laguna Beach 145, Foothill Tech 151. That was our top 6 teams. Those were the scores at the mile. Now looking at our race finishing on the track, looks like San Marino is going to get up into that 5th spot. Again, those team scores are fluid. The team doesn't officially have a score until it has 5 runners across. So sometimes a team that will finish further down has a runner up in the top 25 or so, and that does affect the team scoring. But right now, I'm looking pretty good, like J. Sarah, St. Francis, Harvard Westlake, Chaminade, and San Marino will be our automatic qualifiers.
Do you guys know what the team means?
And now we'll keep an eye. Looks like Green Lutheran is going to be on that bubble with a team time of 89:23 to see if they will earn that 6th spot, or that 16th spot, if you will. And Douglas, very good through the first 2 miles. Looks strong, 10:16. Fine 3,200 meter time, so for the pace there. Douglas has a huge lead here. So he goes by 32 seconds ahead of second place. And that's his teammate Steinman from Corona del Mar. Then Tara Banning is with him. Sermegian of El Segundo, also a little bit of a gap. And then the third man for Corona del Mar, Logan Walsh at 10:51. A little bit of gap, about 4 seconds. Again, Eric Metcalf of La Cañada, Alan Caneo of Banning, Gary Strobin of Northview, and then the 2 Notre Dame boys, Escobedo and Grant, just under 11. That rounds out our top 10. And the Foothill Technology boys moving up. White, Bordolin, Food, Carlisle, and Billings. They were running in 19th, 23rd, 25th, and 16th at the mile. They're now in 12 through 16. So moving up as a team, and their 6-man field is running in 18th. Their 7th man, Wagner, is running in 21st. So the Foothill Tech boys, and very well here at the Invitational, and running well here today, moving up to qualify as Douglas goes over the top of Reservoir. And Heat 3 has just begun. They're on their Valley Loop, at the start of the Valley Loop. And Max Douglas, with a fine solo effort here, has come down off Reservoir. He's now in the saddle between Reservoir and Poop Out, coming down on that slight decline. He'll head to the airstrip, and we'll be seeing him onto the track here in about a minute and a half. Now looking at the scores at 2 miles in there for qualifiers. Corona del Mar solidly at 41. These were the scores at 2 miles. Foothill Tech moved all the way up to second with 60. Locking out is 75. Notre Dame Sherman Oaks 85. Then Banning right now in that 5th spot at 129. Laguna Beach in 6th at 150. On to the airstrip, Max Douglas, senior from Corona del Mar, moving well. The Laguna Hills Invitational Senior Division III champion, just about to pass by the start line area, make that turn into the gauntlet, and he has just about 600 meters to go.
Oh, I know it is.
And a very nice solo effort here. Coming onto the track here, Max Douglas of Corona del Mar took the lead at the gun and has not let up.
Last person that came in is like 93.
And Douglas down the middle of the back stretch, second place now And we're at 14:50, so this will be close to our fastest time, certainly of the day and maybe of the weekend. So far, 15:26 has been our fastest. That was by Ian Turk, the defending state champ in Division 5. He won his heat rather easily yesterday. This is Steinman, Douglas's teammate, coming onto the track.
Let's go, Logan! Let's go, Noah! Let's go, Logan!
And now looking very comfortable on the ball. He put this in the bank early, and now just cruising in. Cruising in the end here at 15:35.
Let's go, boys! Let's go, boys!
And Douglas's official time, 15:35.3.
Let's go, Logan! Come on, Noah!
And here come the
Let's go, boys! Let's go get this!
on the backstretch, running well as a team.
Let's go! Come on, Noah! Come on, Noah!
Across the line right around 16:40. And of course they now
Come on, Trevor! Let's go, boys! Finish! Let's go! Let's go, boys! Come on, Daniel! Let's go, boys! Let's go, boys!
Five flat, Avila, Capigo with them, Jackson, Big Bear, Owusu, Kruger, Young, Granados, and Chavarria, all within a second or two of that group. So we had 9 boys within 1 second, and they're now making their way up to switchbacks, and that is in Heat 3. And if you look to the east, just over the big video board, you can see that group of boys hanging together. Different race than the race we just saw.
Let's go, Caesar!
This is the group coming together here.
Let's go!
We're back to the boys on the track in Heat 2. We're under 18 minutes, 17:45. Ronda Mar, Foothill Technology, Notre Dame, and Marquinata, all with 5 across the finish. With 5 runners across the finish line. Notre Dame,
Finish strong, Dante!
right now holding on to that 5th spot at 1:22, and it looks like the beach sitting on the bubble. And it looks like the first 15 time for the Blue Beach, but that whole thing, 87-56. Laguna Beach would pass Queen Lutherans 89-23. So right now looks like Laguna Beach will be our bubble team. That's an outstanding 6th place time of 87-56, and we'll see if that holds up with this 3rd heat coming down the hill behind the stadium. Fabila of Cathedral, part of that great team from last year, been running well. Jackson Big Bear in second. They have solidly moved into the 1-2. Fabila making the turn there. Might be 8:21. That's very quick to the halfway point. And Fabila, the Delray League champion here, he was also the Mount Sac Division 4 sweepstakes champion, individual sweeps champion. He's leading that pace, running very well. And the Cross Valley League champion, Cale Jex of Big Bear, running very well in second. And you can see the groups of boys coming through, the Palos Verdes boys running well together, the Oaks Christian boys running well together. And just to get an idea on that team scoring at the mile, Oaks Christian had 17, Palos Verdes 77, Big Bear 85. They're very solid in the top three. Then we go to Ocean View at 115. The Legion right now in that fifth spot at 176. Those are the team scores at the first mile. Fabila on the back stretch now, heading to the back of Reservoir. And Fabila now making his way on the back of Reservoir. He was 32nd last year on that great team. Part of that has moved up to take the mantle as the lead runner for Cathedral now, and has really taken that charge and moved with it, heading strong on the backstretch. Jex Big Bear solidly in second. They're just about to the 2-mile mark now. And Fabila goes by at 10:25. 10:25, Jex 13 seconds back at 10:38. Maury Young of Ocean View in third. Then come the Oaks Christian boys, all 5 of them running together right at 10:48. So Mitchell, Yoder, Owasu, McGee, and Kruger all together. Granados of Salesian trying to lead the Salesian boys into the finals. He comes by at 10:49. And you've got Chavarria of Big Bear, Meyer of Rim of the World. And then the Palos Verdes boys, Newman, Miller, Nelson, and Anderson, Schoenfeld, all coming through right around 11 minutes. So Oaks Christian and Palos Verdes very strong at 2 miles. They both have 5 through in the top 20 with a mile to go. And once the boys finish, we'll move to Division 3 races. Our girls will go first in Division 3. They're scheduled for their first race just about to begin there on the girls' side. Big Bear now joining Oaks Christian and Palos Verdes with 5 through the 2 mile. Ocean View has 5 through at 2 miles. And Covina, the 5th team to get 5 runners through the 2 mile mark. Fabila over the top of Reservoir with that lead. And indeed, our first girls race in Division 3, race 23. That'll be 3 heats of girls Division 3 has begun. And Fabila now coming down off of Reservoir, getting ready to come down through the saddle, heading on to the airstrip. Looking at the team scores in that race at 2 miles. Oaks Christian had 25, Palos Verdes 61, Big Bear 70, Ocean View 102, and Covina in that 5th spot at 153. Laguna Hill 6th at 180, Salesian at 196. Those are the top 7 teams at the 2 mile. And the Mount Sac Division IV individual sweeps champion, Omar Fabila of Cathedral, on the airstrip all alone. Cale Jacks of Big Bear comes on the airstrip in second. Maury Young, Oceanview closing that gap a little bit, trying to move up there and make sure that his team has good first place scoring.